Hello, Frugal Force. This is Captain Frugal reporting for duty. I know there's been a lot of talk about the PlayStation 5, and now it just had a lot of information dumped on us, and I want to talk a little bit about that, and I want you to share your thoughts with me. One of the big questions I'm going to address too is price, but I'm going to do that towards the end of the video. So if you want to hear my speculation on price with reasoning why and data to support that, make sure you stay to the end of the video. Alright, so anyway, the PlayStation 5, we had a big reveal. They showed a lot of games and a lot of developers showing initially that the PlayStation 5 has a lot of support. That's why you should supposedly choose that platform. And so they showed us different games. One thing with these different games they showed, though, is we kept hearing we're going to get shown a lot of gameplay. You know, if you really think about it, they didn't show a whole lot of gameplay. They showed some gameplay for some games, but a lot of it really wasn't gameplay, if you see it too. So there was a mix of gameplay and just, you know, pre-rendered cinematics. And you know, as we've seen before, when it comes to technology, you cannot trust pre-rendered cinematics because that's no guarantee of what's going to be on there. Even though they did say all this was actually displayed on the PlayStation 5, you still have to take that almost with a grain of salt. Now granted, with the update and power on this, it should be good. Now here's where the question lies: the price. Well, first of all, they're initially releasing two different versions. Now, if you followed PlayStation over the years, PlayStation has always had a very clear pricing and marketing strategy. They believe a lot in their product. They say, we're going to put out a superior product, and we're going to charge top dollar for it. And they do. They charge every dollar that they think they can demand for it, that the initial market will embrace. And that's, you know, to be fair, that's a solid marketing strategy. That's a very solid thing a lot of companies will do. There's different price point strategies for marketing, but that tends to be Sony's way. What they do is they market it initially with these items, and as they're getting those sales, they continue their R&D, and they develop cheaper alternatives, ways to reduce the cost of that product, whether maybe it is sometimes cutting out significant features or just finding out ways to do it better. A great example is the original PlayStation 3 was supposed to be a complete media entertainment center. If you look when it originally came out, it was quite expensive. So for example, here the PlayStation 3 in May 9th of 2006 was really starting at $499 here in the States, and I believe that was a 60 gig hard drive, if you will. So, okay. But that unit had lots of stuff in it. It had all kinds of media card readers and things like that. It even had backwards compatibility initially with actual PlayStation hardware. And then they cheapened it out a little bit by making it only by emulation. And eventually they took the PlayStation backwards compatible functionality out completely, as well as eliminated some of the features, other additional features like memory card, you know, different types of cards like SD cards, things like that. Compact flash, not SD, sorry about that. And so they found ways to reduce it, and we're probably going to see that same here. They're going to get that initial hit and get as much dollars as they can right off the bat off the people that are early adapters. They're going to hit those people, and they're going to hit them hard, just like they always do. And then we're going to see the price flutter down a little bit here. If you notice, though, the prices never jump dramatically usually down, but you will see a downtick in price. So they're also releasing two versions. They have the disc version, which will take a CD or DVD or Blu-ray disc actually, and then they have the digital only. I personally am going to, if I was to get one, I still like having physical media, so I'm going to get the Blu-ray, but they bank on it. They think a lot of people are digital only, and some people are. They want to just do digital. I'm not that way. I'd be curious to hear, are you a digital only kind of person, or do you want that physical media as well? And that's going to also allow them to introduce two different price points. How big that price point is for the difference is only going to be under speculation. I'm guessing it's going to be a difference in price point between $50 and $99 between the two units for having that. So that's my guess. But they've had a lot of features, and this is going to be more dedicated towards hardcore gaming. And I say hardcore, I mean gaming in general, actually. Not as much of the other media, but it will have that other additional media like the Blu-ray player and all that involved. So once again, talking about pricing. So let's look at that price. If we go back to the PlayStation 3, I want to show you a trend, because I hear people, oh, it's going to be $700. I don't think it's going to be. All right. And the Sony PlayStation released at $499 for price. Okay. So you can see here, there we go, found it. Price US was $5.99 for this says $5.99. I apologize. In the US, I keep saying $4.99, but it's $5.99. So, and that was really high. Okay, very, very high. But let's put that in there, that $499, and today, by 2006 standards in 2020, that would be $634.63 today. Okay? So in today's money, that was quite expensive. Once again, that was at the that was $499. Let's look at the $599 price. Okay, let's see what that inflation price would be at $599 if you got that model. Okay, $761. Woo! Wow. Now I'm getting variations due into what the initial price was. So if you know the hard set price on that, what it started at, let me know. But I keep getting this mix, and I think it's based on what model you get, and that's why for the early adopters. So once again, we're looking at, you know, a good chunk of change here. $761 if you got the $599 version, or if you got the $499 version, you were once again looking at $634. So you're looking at $700. Now some people go, well then yeah, a lot of these speculators are saying it's going to be $700 off the rip. All right, well wait a minute, not quite. They had a really hard time getting that PlayStation 3 moving, and remember they had a lot of stuff in it. So when they did PlayStation 4, they really made it as a gaming machine and less as of a multimedia machine. So the price point originally for that was revealed in 2013 was $399. Okay, so let's take a look at that. $399 today would be $439. It's a significant lesser price. So with the inflation, I tend to think we're going to see probably a price point for this at two different stages. I think the lower end here that we're going to see, of course, is going to be on this one. I think we're going to see probably like a $450 version or $500 for the digital only, and it's probably going to be a little higher, maybe or around $550 to $600. I'm guessing. I'm really throwing guesses out here for the version with that will also take physical media. Now that's if they're going to continue with that same pricing strategy. And I think they are, because they tend to like to push functionality of why it's so good, why you should buy it, and why you should fork out the dollars. So that's my speculation on what this is going to be. What are your thoughts on how much this PlayStation 5 is going to cost? How much do you think they're going to hit us for? And are you willing to pay that? And how much are you willing to pay for it? Me, if you follow this channel, you know I'm not. I don't rush out to get the newest ones. I wait till it's on the tail end. And by the way, if you're looking for a PlayStation 4, around Christmas time is probably going to be the time to buy. And people go, well, why? You can have PlayStation 5 with backwards compatibility. Well, remember, they haven't really said it's fully backwards compatible. I think it's going to be one of those things where it looks like where you're going to have to download patches, and they're going to start with the more popular games and go down. So it's probably not going to be fully backwards compatible. If so, it's going to maybe be close. And that doesn't always work out the best either, which is a shame, because if PlayStation would make a fully backwards compatible PS5 to PS1, I think it would sell like gangbusters. Think of the digital library already, but sometimes these companies don't think there's any really care for these older games. But also, too, I think they think there's nothing to get. They've already sold those. They're only going to be on the resale market, and that doesn't benefit them. So they really don't care. What they'd rather do is offer it to you digitally and have you buy it that way. So once again, we looked at the PlayStation for around $634, and then I dived on $439. I don't think we're going to go that low. I think we're going to see around the $600 price tag on it personally. It depends if they want to go with a loss. Sometimes they'll eat a loss if they think you're going to be buying a lot of those introductory games, which just might be the goal. That might have been why they put so much focus on the games right away, because they want you to go, holy cow, I have to get this game. So they're going to take a loss on the early sales of the machine and recoup those dollars right away with games, which is why I think they're going to try to keep that price point around $600. As I said, we might see the digital for less, hopefully not more for the physical than that. So I'm guessing $600, $599.99 for the physical, maybe $500 for the digital. I'm speculating in that general area. I could be wrong. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Are you willing to get it? Are you going to go digital or physical? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I can't wait to hear your opinions and just have some fun discussion. Why not? With all this troubling time, let's talk about something cool and fun. Oh, and I was saying, to save money, PlayStation 4, I almost lost my thought there. I wait till around Christmas, because people blow out their PlayStation 4s. So what I mean is that they want the PlayStation 5, so they sell off their PlayStation 4s or whatever the previous generations. Like they did the same thing happened with PS4. People were blowing out their PS3s, selling those real cheap so they can get more money to get their PS4. So if you don't mind being behind, which I think is a great thing, you can get that PlayStation 4 and then get all the cheaper games too, because a lot of games then at that point are a lot less expensive. You can get them $20 and less. I got a lot of them for less than $20. I haven't paid. As a matter of fact, I got most of mine, I think, $10 and less. So why pay more and have a bigger library and a lot of fun? Then wait it out for the PlayStation 5 a little bit until their price point comes down. And then when you feel comfortable with that, start getting that too. And by then, they probably then worked out the bugs and you can get another a revision of the system. That's going to be better because that first version usually has a lot more bugs in it. We've seen that with the technology too, so if you wait till that second version, might be better also, especially since they're not hardware equipping backwards compatibility. It's going to be digital. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss the backwards compatible version. And it looks like it's only going to be with PlayStation 4 anyway. Alright, well, thank you again for watching. Until next time, keep it frugal. I want to make sure I take a moment to thank the people that helped make this video possible. I consider you producers of this channel and of this show. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. So I'd like to thank Rags, Comic Boom, Pop Size, The Frag Minion, Warren JB, Lynch Nut, David Osenwitz, sorry if I mispronounced your name, and A Penny for Your Dimes. I also want to thank the people that like to remain anonymous and anybody else that has contributed to this channel in the past. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. If you find yourself in a position you can help and you want to see your name here too as a producer credit, go ahead and look down in the links below. There will be a Patreon, a subscribe star, as well as a one-time donation, and you can see your name up here too. Thank you.